Welcome back. This is part 2 of the interaction system with animations. So what we're going to do is download our Xbot or Ybot from Mixamo. This is just any skeleton from Mixamo. And also we're going to download this petting animation. So you can just search these online. I will leave a link in the description so you can just grab both of these. And what we're going to do, just first import the skeleton because we need to retarget the animations from the skeleton. Okay, so we now have the Ybot in our content browser, and I'm just going to create a new folder and just rename it Mixamo. So once we've done that, I'm just going to drag it in everything to do with the Ybot. Like I said, it doesn't have to be the Ybot. You can use pretty much any skeleton. It's just we need something from the animations to come from. Okay, so next, what we need to do is drag in the petting animation. And I don't even know why I chose this petting animation, but it kind of works well with the med box. You can obviously choose something that is more fitting, because obviously in your game you're not going to use you might not be using a med box. Okay, so we're just going to select the Ybot as the skeleton, and this is the animation. So as you can see, this is the Ybot. And here is the petting animation, and we're going to use this in conjunction with the BP medbox. Sweet. So if we go in the game, let's have a look. This is what it looks like, and we're basically just going to walk up to this and play this animation. So let's move it into the Mixamo folder, and we're going to create another folder, and we're just going to call this Ybot. This is just to organize everything so it's more clean, and we're just going to deselect the animation because we don't want that in there, and we're going to make another folder called pre-animations and one called post-animations in a moment. There we go. So pre-animations are going to be the Mixamo base animations, and the post-animations are going to be the ones we retarget. So let's just drag that in pre-animations. Next, let's right click the animation, don't worry about the stuff in the background, and we're going to select the Ybot, and then the second one, the target skeletal mesh, is going to be SKM Mani, or whichever skeleton you're using. Let's click export animations. Make sure you have the animation selected, which is the petting animation. And we're just going to drag this. We're going to select the Mixamo folder that we created, and this is going to be a post anim because this is the one that's retargeted. Okay, so once we have these, let's open up that folder, and we're going to click on the IK retargeter. We're going to go to asset browser, and you can see it's retargeted both for the Ybot and the SKM Mani. So let's find our Mixamo folder, and again go into post animations. By the way, this might not be the most optimal way of using it. I did put a little disclaimer in. This is just the way that I've found to do it and what works for me. If you do know a better way, maybe you can tell me in the comments below. I'd appreciate it. But this is basically just like a lot of trial and error. So what we need to do next is, now we have this animation working, I'm going to put it side by side with the Mixamo character. So as you can see, these animations are pretty much the same. I want to make it so that when we interact with the med box on the wall, like here, I want it to play that animation. So what do we need to do in order to get that to work? Well, we need to go into the medbox interactable, which we created in the last episode. We're going to just get the destroy actor, and we're going to add a delay, and the delay is going to be the time of the animation, which is in here. So I'm just looking at it now, and I genuinely can't see the time of the animation, so I'm just going to skip ahead and find it, which the animation was 14 seconds, so I'm going to add 14 seconds. I know it's a little bit long, but obviously you can use different animations or you can speed them up, and after 14 seconds it will add the health, and in that 14 seconds we are going to be playing the animation. So right now there is a little bit of error with the code. It's not working as I anticipated. So I need to add the delay before we call the med pack, because the med pack adds the health basically straight away. Okay, so we're going to make it so when we cast the BP third person character, we add a delay after interacting, and then we call the med pack. So let's play animation, and the target needs to be the BP third person character. So we're going to drag out of the target, and we're going to we're going to cast it. Wait, I've messed something up here. So drag out of that. We need to add our animation. Okay, so the animation that I'm using is the petting animation that we just imported from Mixamo and retargeted. Next, what we need to do, let's just drag this over here. You can feel free to rewind the video at any point as well if I'm going too fast, or if anything is a little bit confusing. Like I said, I'm kind of new to this YouTube stuff, so I am trying my best. So here we go. Once we interact, we play the animation, but as you can see, we can still move. And in a later video, what I want to do as well is I want to attach the hand to wherever the BP med box is. Okay, so it looks a little bit weird right now. So we need to edit some of this code. And the part of the code that we need to edit is I want it to disable the movement. So let's drag out of not play animation. We need to drag out of the BP third person character cast. We're going to get the movement component, which is here, and we are going to disable movement. So we are going to walk up to the object once we're in the box collision. We're going to play the animation, add a delay, then call the medkit to add the health back, and it's going to print the string on the screen to show that we've added the health, and then it's going to destroy the actor. Right, okay, that looks good. Now let's go and play test this. So once we go to the med pack, we press F to interact. As you can see the prompt on our screen, we play the animation, and the animation is around 14 seconds long, so we've added a 14-second delay. This is just the way I've done it. Like I said, it might not be the best way, but it still works. We've disabled the movement, and then it adds 50 health. So that's looking good, but we have two problems, okay? So number one, the disabled movement is still active, so we cannot move our character once this line of code has been fired off. So let's drag out of the character movement, and we are going to set the movement mode back to walking, because that is the default movement mode of your character. Connect that to destroy actor, so after it's destroyed, then we'll go back to normal movement. Okay, but the animation is still set as the petting animation. Okay, so what we need to do now is set the animation. So for that, we need to, no, we don't need to drag out of there, we need to drag out of the BP third person character and set animation mode. So let's click this one, we'll set the animation mode to use animation blueprint. That'll set it back to default. So if we just compile and save this after cleaning it up, let's compile, save, go into our game and run over. We get the prompt because we're inside the box. It plays the animation, and then after 14 seconds, which is the length of the animation, we will destroy the actor and we'll set the movement mode and the animation back to default. So as you can see, it snaps back. We can change that in a later video, but there we go. Okay, sweet, so everything is working, but we are missing a crouch animation and the ability to crouch under objects, and I think that's quite important. So if you're interested in that, click the video in the top right, and I'll catch you next time. Thank you for watching.